There are a number of different ways to unlock your Android. Some are safer and more secure, some are more convenient. Here's a little guide, a handy little guide for setting up your phone security. How do you lock down your Droid? And while you're out there hacking the mainframes, we hope you're also keeping up with all the work here on reviews.org. So hit those subscribe options down below, give us a follow around the socials, and check out the home site. We've got some really fun stuff coming up and some contests you're not gonna wanna miss. Phone security is a complicated topic because no matter how secure we make a phone, the user behavior is critical. As soon as you start loading up apps on this thing, especially social media apps, who knows what's happening with your data? So for this video, we're only looking at the unlock on your phone, the front door of the smartphone experience in this video. And if you'd like some other videos on better security practices for apps and browsers in the future, drop us some comments down below. Also, Androids are a little harder to pin down because different phones have different solutions for security. We can always count on the basics. Androids usually have a PIN, a pattern unlock, and strong passwords. Things get a little more complicated when we look at biometric security. Some phones have dedicated hardware fingerprint sensors, some have in-display fingerprint sensors, and those can be optical or ultrasonic. Then Face Unlock similarly can be a less secure selfie camera option or a more robust solution with extra sensors. But on top of all of that, there's one security solution that often gets overlooked. Android phones have something called Smart Lock. Instead of a verification process in the moment you interact with your phone, Smart Lock creates conditions where you feel it's acceptable and it's safe to keep your phone unlocked and ready to use. That can be location-based, movement-based, or accessory-based. You still need to use Smart Lock with another security option like a PIN, but when the conditions are met, the phone stays ready to use. And each of these categories has a condition that makes sense for a specific need. On-body detection is handy for active folks, and you use your phone during workouts. You unlock it once, and as long as the phone feels that it's moving, it stays ready to use. And then when it stops, the lock reactivates. The flip side of that would be trusted places. You have to turn on more precise location tracking, but you can set up trusted locations, and as long as you're generally within that area, the phone stays unlocked and you can just open it from the power button. Designate home and work, and your phone is more accessible in those places, but as soon as you leave, the phone is gonna lock again. And lastly, because I'm a big old nerd, the one that I use the most is trusted devices. I almost always have a smartwatch on when I'm out and about, but almost any Bluetooth accessory should work. And you could use another gadget, like some Bluetooth earbuds. This is the Smart Lock option that fits my personal needs the best. If my phone and watch are close together, I can trust that it's more likely it's me operating the phone. Now, Bluetooth has a decent range, but getting more than 15 feet away from each other, it's likely the signal would start to degrade. It would start to drop enough to trigger a relock. So if someone steals my phone, they won't get that far before that phone locks itself up again. And that's what I think is so cool about Smart Lock. You can decide on actions and accessories that you already have to fit your security needs. If you use your phone in your car a lot, which you probably shouldn't be doing that, you can at least turn on Smart Lock to reduce one extra interaction on your phone, potentially distracting you from operating a motor vehicle. Just one example, spitballing off the top of my head. Android is all about customization, and a lot of people just use phones basically out of the box from that first setup, but that means you could be missing ways to make a phone a better fit for your lifestyle. Again, say generally you prefer Face Unlock, but you've also been wanting to use a mask more often in public, you can activate these modes where appropriate. It's up to each user individually to decide how secure they want to make their phone and how important the data on that phone might be, but we also want to balance that with the convenience of using a modern pocket computer. And of course, we want to hear from you. How do you lock your phone down? What's your password, social security number, and your mother's maiden name? I'm absolutely joking. but drop us some of those hot takes in the comments down below. As always, thanks so much for watching, for sharing these videos, and subscribing to the channel. For Reviews.org, I'm Juan Carlos Bagnell, aka Some Gadget Guy, and I will catch you all on the next video.